Punjab was known as the land of five rivers, and that's what its name means, Punjab. It's known as the breadbasket of India. It's an extremely fertile country and well irrigated, so it provides a lot of the grain.
The Punjab is a region within northern India that in fact was dissected during the partition of India between India and Pakistan after the Second World War. It's a very fertile region, a very agricultural region. Major sort of towns and cities in the area would be places like Jalandhar, Chandigarh, Amritsar, Lahore. What's quite interesting in terms of its relationship with the UK is that the majority of Indians and Pakistanis that came to the UK in post-war Britain were from the Punjab. So consequently, there was a very big injection of Punjabi culture into England in the 1950s onwards, and this included music.
Go to the gurdwaras because that's where music is really alive, and go to the fields where people are will be singing while they're working in the fields, and actually go and visit older people and ask them to sing traditional songs. I mean, there are songs for every aspect of life, whether it's the birth of a child or making roti, or at a gurdwara. Just when communities come together in Punjab, they sing.
I was really fascinated to meet with these wonderful hereditary musicians and people who have this incredible store of knowledge of music and poetry of Punjab, especially an old singer called Sri Narata Ram, who knew a huge number of songs and ballads, accompanying himself on a Sarangi, which is a little bowed-stringed instrument with drums. And just to be able to hear that kind of recitation with an audience consisting more or less the entire village where he lived was really quite wonderful.
I think again what's really nice about the Utsavam project is that it takes away the kitschness of bhangra and what it's become. Sure, it's colourful, and sure it's it's energetic and effervescent, but I think what's really nice about it is that you get to hear real folk music from people who have learnt it and continue to sing it from generations and generations and generations back, and it's not tainted anyway. I think at times it's really important to hear things in its pure form, to see where the foundation comes from, and I think the Utsavam project does that really brilliantly with Punjabi music.
The rough story of bhangra is it's basically a folk music style that comes from the Punjab area of northern India. The name itself comes from bhang, which means hemp, which is one of the chief crops that was grown in the Punjab for centuries. And the music developed as a kind of celebratory music to kind of gee up the fact that one had just had a harvest. But a lot of the movements, are very much about arm and shoulder, and a lot of these movements are actually aping the cutting of corn, agricultural activities, and those moves still hold true for today in when one goes to a bhangra club.
exhibition like Utsavam is a perfect way of bringing communities together and doing it in a way that doesn't absolutely focus on religion. It focuses on India as a continent, as a country of diverse peoples, and the music reflects those people through that. It doesn't, it's not about India or Pakistan or Bangladesh or Sri Lanka. Like, all of those communities are encompassed within that, and I think that's really important.
One of the reasons we put on the exhibition at the Horniman Museum was to demonstrate that there are an enormous number of very rich musical traditions in India.